Hi there, my name is Janie Crick Heredia, and I am going to be teaching theatrical stage makeup today for wigs, facial hair, and gender reversal. So get ready, grab your supplies. We've got a long list of new things that we're trying today, and let's get started. So something that I like to do before I do my makeup, if I'm wearing a wig, is go ahead and get my pin curls taken care of. Now there's a couple ways that you can do your pin curls. Some people do a twist and then in a roll, it goes quicker. You can do that, but basically we're taking a separation of our hair like this. Like I want to do like an inch by an inch, maybe a little bit more. And we're making little squares out of it. And the way that you do a twisted pin curl is you just twist it all the way down, and then you create out of it your own little, it already kind of circles up like this, and then you take it and you pin it down. You can do these pin curls if you would like, okay? They will hold just fine. They will come out and be all curly crazy, and they will do well under your wig. It moves quicker and it's easier to do. I, on the other hand, like doing pin curls with a curling iron, because then after the show, when I'm done taking all my makeup off and everything like that, then I have these beautiful curls that are done, that have been setting for the whole show. So it's up to you and your preference. Something else that's nice about curling your hair is that if those curls hold and you have multiple performances night after night, you can just take your finger up in that curl and put it back on your head. So I'm going to be doing a curling iron pin curl today. You will need bobby pins, lots of bobby pins. I like to start in the center on the front and move all the way back. When I do curls, I pull it up, comb it out, shoot it with some hairspray, dry out a little bit, give it a little tease at the top, or I guess the bottom, the roots, and give it a curl. Then after you're done, you can release the curl into your hand, and then you've got this curl that's already been made. And then you pin it down. Some curls you can just do a single bobby pin. Others you might need to do a cross bobby pin to keep it into place. Okay? Capiche? Let's go. Okay, so now that we're done with the pin curls, so you can see them all around. Ooh. I don't know what it looks like in the back, but that's okay. So after we do the pin curls, we're gonna be putting on a wig or just a net over our hair to kind of keep it all in place. Now, if you are wearing a lapel mic, you're gonna wanna put that mic in your hair before you put this wig cap on. It's just gonna keep it into place. You can hardly even see that wig cap. It's a thin one. There are different kinds. Some are just like solid, and then that's what this is. Okay, now that we're done with our hair and our wig cap, let's get to gender reversal. So when doing gender reversal, we are going with the understanding that feminine faces and masculine faces have different shapes and features. It has nothing to do with what you identify with. It's just what you're going to be playing as a character. Now, if you are a female and you are cast in a role as a male, or a character has a change into a male or whatever that may be, they have more of a masculine look, then this is for you. I'm going to be doing female to male on my face today, and then hopefully I'll be doing male to female on my husband later. So the difference between male and female features: men tend to have broader foreheads. They have heavier eyebrows. The eyebrows are closer to the eyes. Women have like higher arches, thinner eyebrows. Men tend to have wider noses, thinner lips, a more pronounced jawline. And then women tend to have that softer jawline, thinner nose, smaller nostrils even, finer lines, fuller lips, and a softer jaw and chin. So we're going to be working with all of that today. And for now, I will be going from female to male. I'm also looking at my schematic here, and I will be doing facial hair for this. The facial hair that I'm choosing to do will be a mustache that I will be creating. I am going to be using this braided extension here, and I will be doing latex to adhere it to my face so that I can peel it off and use it again later. And that will be with the tulle. So we're creating a tulle base for the mustache. For those of us that are allergic to latex, they do have already created mustaches that you can just use the spirit glue for. You might use the spirit glue a little bit with the self-created facial hair, just to kind of get it into place. So because I'm going from feminine to masculine, I will be doing my foundation today, but then I will also be doing a slightly darker foundation. I like to do a basis of my own makeup just to get that as like the foundation. And then I'll add that darker foundation after. Now that I have my foundation on, I'm going to do the darker foundation on top of it. Similarly to the old age makeup, having the darker foundation for the female to male helps to make those highlights stand out more without aging. So I'm not trying to age myself with these highlights and contours. I'm trying to do the corrective makeup that makes my face look more masculine. Okay. A little bit darker. Okay, so from here, we're gonna do highlights and contours like we always do. We're gonna have that broader nose, that broader forehead, and basically it's just changing the way we do highlights and contours. So I'm gonna start with the highlights. So from here, there's also just this like added like slight brow, but it's not super strong or super deep. Women tend to seek hiding their facial features. Some men do, but I feel like cosmetically speaking, women tend to seek that more. All right, wider nose, larger nostrils. So more sunken eyes. And then a higher cheekbone, and then a more sharp jawline and a broader chin. All right, getting a little bit more masculine. Kind of looks old age, but we'll go from there. Contour. Now these are going to be more subtle lines than the drama of the old age. Let's blend. My hands. What do you do with my hands? Looking kind of old. Maybe it's just because I'm looking a little bit more natural. What's up, man? All right, so now we're gonna do some brows here. I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick. Okay, so wash my hands. Still looking a little bit feminine, but that's because eyebrows are gonna be what sells it. So let's get into the eyebrows. Dark brown. All right, eyebrows are thick and they're lower. So ladies, lower those eyebrows and thicken them up. I don't know, pretty masculine if you ask me. All right, let's go again. That's the ticket. I'm gonna do a little bit of liner under here. because I'm not going to be doing mascara. But I still want my eyes to be seen. All right. Yeah, I'm digging it. So for lips for men, thinner is usually how it goes. So I'm not going to do like a big color change other than like a natural color on the lip. So I'm going to go into my rouge lip color. Sometimes it's just a matter of taking the makeup off your lips. Now with ladies, we do the liner on the outside. Men, we're not even going to do liner. Or ladies to men, we're not doing liner. So, all right, from here, we are going to get into facial hair. Okay, so we are going to be now doing our mesh and our latex. So as you can see here, I've cut a little strip of this mesh. And what I'm doing is measuring it to my face. Okay. And I want it to go out a little bit further. When we add the hair, that's going to be the shape that we're going to be giving it. So now we do the latex. Thin layer of liquid latex on the upper lip. Oh, it's the worst smell ever. It's just awful. Then I'm going to be putting this on top of it. See that? Okay. And then from there, more layers. Okay. From here, we need the latex to dry. So let's go get it hit it with a hairdryer. So we want the latex to be a little bit sticky, but not like super sticky. Now we're going to be taking this hair and we want to cut to probably about 4 inches off of it. And then we're going to start separating it and making it into little layers. So when we do the layers of these hair, the synthetic hair, basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting the layers at the bottom and then moving up. It's going to look really silly until we like groom it after. But after we groom it, we can kind of shape it into whatever we want to shape it to be. Now, there's many different styles that you can do mustaches. There's many different styles you can do beards. Usually for full beards, at least modern full beards for stage, you'll do more of the pre-made ones. So. Okay, so we're going to cut about 4 inches off of here. And then we're going to start to separate it out. And after we've separated it out, we're going to get into little small layers. See how I'm kind of just like pulling it apart? So I'm going to do my first layer. Just kind of pulling it apart. And I want to set it into that latex. It's dried up. No. All right, we got to add another layer of latex. Got a little dry. It happens. It's going to feel really weird and really gross. And that's okay. Need more latex. It's drying up on me. All right, that's layer 1. Go with layer 2. This is about how much I have. Okay. I'm separating it out and then I'm adding it. Actually, I might even do a little less. Oh, that was the right choice. That was so the right choice. Okay, good lesson learned. We're getting there. I might be a country bumpkin. I tend to go back to my roots when it comes to these things. Get off my lawn. I like it. I need more hair though. Okay, I've got 2 separate sides over here. But you can see it's really hooked in there, okay? Laying on top, once the latex fully dries, it's like a part of it. We will go in with foundation to clear up this or to blend this latex in once it's fully dried. So from here, like you can leave it, you can be the kooky guy, whatever, or you can trim it down. All right, let's go get some gel. That's gonna take more gel. Maybe wax. Oh no. Handlebars might need a little bit more finesse than I am familiar with. So I'm gonna trim these girls, boys, trim these guys down. Oh. Hello. Oh my gosh. This is my guy here. All right, so this is where we're at. Now we're gonna go back in with the concealer that we had earlier, or the foundation that we had earlier. We're gonna cover that latex back up. Okay, so from here, I'm going to be teaching you how to do a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow. I'm going to be doing this with the stippling brush and the brown. All right, I'm just going to be using my contour, actually. That makes the most sense. And I'm going to do whoa. Finally, let's do a wig. Now, unfortunately, the only wig I have is a blonde wig at home, but it's gonna have to work. I like to put my wigs on by holding the front and going over and lifting around. So let's see how this all unfolds. Got some sideburns on this wig. Make sure they're out. Okay, so before you do the wig, you're supposed to powder. So do that. I forgot. It's not like the worst thing in the world. Just helps to make sure you're not gonna mess up any of this beautifulness. So now we're going to be using our wig pins. So wig pins are shaped like this. They're different than bobby pins. And you're going to try to take that mesh and angle it down this way and then pull it back up towards the hairline, because that's going to pull it back into place. And then see all this hair that's peeking out? I'm going to try to get it back up in there. There we go. And then again, down towards the face, catch the wig, and then you want to hook all that hair back up and get it back up towards your hairline. Now, some people like to do it right here. This wig has a bang to it, so I'm not going to be doing that. And then lastly, I like doing them at the back. Same thing. Take it down away from the hairline, or down away from the hairline, and then scoop it back and push it up. All right, let me go get in costume. Hey, how's it going? I'm Jeff. I work at Jeff's Auto Shop. I'm Jeff of Jeff's Auto Shop. What can I do for you today? I feel like I need some age spots. Let's get some little, just give Jeff some wear. He's not perfect. Rouge. And that's it. There we go. Show me your transition. While I have Jeff here, I did take off my mustache. Jeff mustache. Pulled it right off. And guess what? It's ready for the next show, where I just put it back on. Now, if we're gonna be doing something like this, we take it out, and it's already on the mesh. This is a job for spirit glue. All right. Spirit glue gets it into place as well.